Howdy. Some weeks ago, uh, I spent some little waiting time on a parking place outside, and on the corner, or in the corner of the whole area, there was this kind of construction site or whatever. You can see there's like this kind of sand and this kind of stuff there. There were several piles of different kinds of whatever they used for whatever they did. I picked out this stone because not only it is very round in shape, but also I thought it's very interesting looking. It had very interesting features like reds and greens and blacks and the surface structure and all of it. And I got a present from a viewer. Thank you very, very much, Real Bounty, for sending me this amazing present or presents. There's a book in German. The Die Physik des Nichts. Sorry for. My brains are too slow for switching languages. Ein ontologischer Ansatz zur kritischen Analyse von Urknall-Relativitätstheorien und Quantenmechanik. Written by Raphael Haumann. Yeah, and I just took it out of the package. As you can see, it's still in the plastic bag, but not anymore. That's really an amazing book. And grinding papers. Manchester, United Kingdom. Grinding papers for stone. So, since being equipped with this equipment, grinding papers, and I found this pebble some time ago. I took a slice of it and worked a bit on it. Check it out. So these are just the first pictures I took of them, or of this. Here you can see a little bit the structure. I don't know if that's already the last. No, it's not. I think I grinded even more after that because there were these kind of streaks here. Now it should be even smoother. And I couldn't do as smooth things, like smooth surfaces on stones, since I didn't have the required equipment. But now I have, and I make use of it. The same pebble in a different light angle, and there is like very interesting things already visible. Also some, it's not perfect polished yet, in this picture at least. But you can see red colors, you can see silver colors, you can see some green colors, and it really depends on how the light hits this stone. Compared to this, there's no colors except maybe on the edges. Here is some green stuff visible. And here's maybe a little bit more colors. And if you turn it around once again, you can see all of a sudden all these kind of things. This kind of, I don't know, fibers, red, white. There are some parts of this stone which are really, really shiny when the lights hit them, or the light hits them. And here I tried to, it's obviously not sharp at all. These are metallic. This is what I tried to take a picture of, how shiny they are, and there are like really, really tiny ones which are even more shiny than these metallic parts of this stone, of this small slice from this. Maybe it's about 2 kilograms or something, I don't know. I didn't weigh it. But that's a thin slice, maybe 3 millimeters, 4 or something thick. And like you saw in the beginning, this pebble, and it except that it's rather round. Probably many people wouldn't think that this could be something like, exciting. But just looking at these pictures, they are already very interesting. Would you have expected to find something like this in that round stone, which looks like this? So now I got this slice, and I was really keen to know if there is a possibility that there would be light shining through. I have pieces of rocks, they are really thin, and there's no light shining through whatsoever. They're just black. There's nothing going on. So I got this slice, and I took a lamp. And that's just some basic headlights, what you can put on your head, that you don't fall over in the dark. That's not sharp, this picture, obviously, but that's just the first try. And I would say, yes, indeed, there is light shining through that stone. And it does it so in a very interesting manner. That's not sharp either. Yeah, I still have to. Yeah, you see it's still wet on some places, the stone. Maybe. Seems to. But I was so keen, I couldn't wait it to dry up. Check this out. That's just a camera picture which isn't sharp. But it looks very interesting. Maybe there is copper inside, that's why it's green. Maybe I will send it to the Finnish Geological Survey and ask them once again if they could check it out and send me the results. Maybe this time I tell them also they can keep the sample. Maybe it would help. That I don't know. Maybe I have to. I really want to know what's that. You know, this round pebble, which wasn't really except for its shape. I think many wouldn't have thought or expected to find something inside. Maybe, yeah, many maybes today. I should call them and ask them to come to work as a prospector. Yeah, that is very interesting. Green and yellow. And I'm very excited to check this pebble out under the microscope. What do we find there? But let's see when I got time for that. It took me some time to get this done to this point. And now I just report about this. This is where I am at the moment. A random pebble found in a random gravel, whatever, construction site thing. I had to kick it off since it was frozen to the ground. And it was in my car for like, it's not my car, but anyway, it was there rolling around for some time. And it reminded me of its existence. And then I put it somewhere else and I forgot about it since there's so many other things going on. And today, I remembered the pebble and I cut the thing off and used sandpaper made for stone grinding. And it's very exciting. Look at that. Even though it's not sharp, I'm sorry for that, but you will get sharper pictures, I guarantee you. Very interesting find. So, not only keep your eyes on the sky, but also what's beneath your feet. Never know. What's that green stuff? Why is it green? Is it copper? Is it something else? Somewhere. That's very interesting. Huh. Yes, a very interesting pebble. I think I took also a second stone. Yeah, that's the second I took. It has also very interesting features. But I actually don't know where it is since I have quite many of these kinds of. What are they? Memories of a little trip somewhere. You just go somewhere in the forest and you pick a stone, an interesting one. Mostly they are. That's why I picked them up. And you can see there in the background, there's like quite some pebbles, and I took two. This one and this one. And actually, yesterday, I found myself once again in this flea store, how you call them, where people bring their stuff and you can buy it. And I bought something because it was very cheap, €1.5. Yeah, I could afford still then. So check this out. As you can see here in the background, you can buy all kinds of things, nail guns and all kinds of different stuff. And I found that. For those who recognize the patterns, they're obvious. It has this kind of rattles here, three of them. They are moving here up and down. So you can rattle that thing. The patterns. And here on the lower side, there's one of them. And here on the upper side, we have two parts where we have those moving. They are just bouncing back and forth here between. And that's another picture of the. Maybe it's the handle with the parade and stability. Yes, €1.5 for this kind of thunderbolt. And it says here is this paper attached to it very nicely with tape. It says that it's somewhere. I just don't get the word in my head. If you go somewhere, travel somewhere, and you bring something back as a memory thing, Matkamuisto in Finnish. As a memory of the trip. And I somehow have to figure out from where in the world that is. Is it from the Dogon people? Is it from Africa? Is it from South America? Is it from where is it? What is it? Because I am very sure if that's from somewhere, that's abroad. That's a product brought from abroad. The English language is very funny. And check it out. 90% off. So it was very cheap, €1.5. And even though that's probably made for the tourists, but it represents something very profound. There is absolutely, I don't think there's any coincidence for having these patterns here on this stick. That's something very amazing. And the fact that there are moving parts to that stick makes it even more interesting. So that's not just some total random stick. Maybe I will never find out where that is from. I really would like to know. And who are those people? What are they? Stories of history, how the earth got created, and all these kind of things. Everything I want to know. I doubt I will ever find out everything, but as much as possible. It would be very nice. And if someone of you knows why this rock I showed you with this green, what makes this green color? What are the possibilities which makes this green color? Is it copper? Is it nickel? Is it a mixture of them? What could it be? I'm really eager to know. I will do my own research as soon as I have time to. I have to check it out on the microscope and all kinds of things. Jump around at home with a stick in my hand and yell. No, probably I don't do that. Yeah, I did it already. But don't tell anyone. I just wanted to know how it feels. Even I knew I probably do it wrong, but at least I tried. You know, this might be something really ancient. Very ancient. Or maybe not. This is what I want to try to find out. But I think that's a very interesting thing to find. And yeah, I really had to buy that. Haven't seen anything like that. I haven't ever had something like this in my own hands. It was very fascinating. So now I just have to learn how to dance with that stick in my hand. Gathering some feathers, stick it on my head, and jump around. And Christmas Eve, make a big fire in the yard. Maybe not, but let's see. There's quite a Christmas ahead of us. Year 2020, 2022. Very interesting. Weather, very interesting. Geology, very interesting. History, mysteries. Mysteries are to some degree interesting, but maybe the word mystery is just something what is used for something which isn't understood, but somehow try to keep alive, keeping the mystery. It has to stay a mystery. And there is something wrong, in my opinion, in this attitude towards things. That's the reason for learning, following the white rabbit, and stop living in a world of mysteries. Because most things are probably explainable. There don't have to be any mysteries. And some of them are probably very important to understand. And if there's some understanding is happening, it has to be spread the knowledge. Because it might be very important for many people. Because whatever it might be, it should be scalable. It should be represent a repetitive pattern. It should somehow include also duality and all this kind of spheres within spheres and all this kind of I'll leave it here. I drift off too much. But anyway, sticks and stones. Yeah. Thanks.